How's it going, everybody? My name is B, and welcome back to your Altcoins. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, we're going to talk about its future, and we're going to talk about how it is reaching a critical junction, so important that it's going to affect its entire value moving forward in the short term to medium term. So here we are, looking at Bitcoin on the 1 hour scale. And in the video I posted earlier today, I went over the moving average strategy that I learned from none other than Mr. Silicone. Now, a lot of people were commenting saying, B, we don't know exactly how to set it up. I tried to explain it in that video, but apparently the indicators I currently use are no longer readily available. Now, somebody, I'm not sure if it's Silicone himself or a fan of Silicone's, developed an indicator based off of Silicone's for moving average strategy. Watch this. Let's get out of this view. Let's turn this off for now. Bam. So right now, what we used to do before was I had two indicators. One was a triple exponential moving average and one was a regular exponential moving average. And I had those bound to 8, 13, 21, and 55. Now, if you go to indicators and you type in Silicone's name, so Silicone, perfect. Right here, Silicone 55 EMA swing trading strategy. This is only going to take up one indicator slot and provide you with the 4 moving average lines. So you click that, you turn it on like that, boom. And as you can see, it gives you the 4 moving average lines. Now, Silicone does green, red, yellow, and orange. I like to change the colors personally. So you can go up here to the top left and you can open up the wheel and you can change the colors. You cannot change the values because Silicone uses 8, 13, 21, 55, which are Fibonacci numbers, but you can change the color. So for me, I liked having blue. Make that a lighter blue. I liked having, and then stoplight. So green, yellow, which is perfect, and then red. That's how I like that. I was like a little bit thicker, just like that. Boom. Perfect. So this is now going to show you the moving average strategy. So when it's red over top, that means the price is trending down. And when it's green over top and blue and yellow, that means the price is trending up. What this indicator specifically also adds to the mix are these arrows. These arrows are actually going to point out to you, literally with the arrow, that this is the hour or this is the candle, the increment where the price crosses over, right? So let me just maximize this and zoom this in so you can see, bam, there's a red arrow pointing to the fact that this right here is the moment the prices are crossing over. So it makes it absolutely simple and foolproof. Another example, where is the green arrow? Boom. Right here is the green arrow pointing to the fact that right now is when all the lines are crossed over. And if you stay in this trade until the red arrow showed up, you'd be way up here. So that's the moving average strategy for those of you who did not know how to activate it on your trading view. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're not really talking about the moving averages today. What we're talking about is Bitcoin and what it's doing and the trend lines we should be keeping an eye on and where the price is going and how long do we have for Bitcoin to make a decision. Kind of important. So let's switch to log scale. I went into detail about what log scale was in the previous video. If you need information on that, go and check it out. We're going to switch to the day candle so we can see even more information, maximize it so all of you can see. Now, previously, in the last video, I drew a channel showing you the price ascension. So we're not going to do a channel this time. I'm just going to do one support line. We're going to go from this point here to about this point here. Now, let's just check to make sure that this is in the right spots. So here we go. This is touching 1, 2, 3, 4 candles right here. Perfect. It's touching these 2 candles here. Perfect. It's hitting these 2 candles, and it's hitting these wicks right here. Perfect. So that's actually a pretty good spot for that trend line. A pretty good representation, right? Double touch here, a double touch here. We keep going down. Almost got to it here. Double touch here, and then a double touch here. So lots and lots of touches on this indicator on the day scale. So that is the support line, right? We have multiple points of contact on this support line ever since April of 2017, March of 2017. We do not want to see the price get beneath this point. If it does, we have big issues. Now, previously, I drew a channel, right? Now I'm going to hold control and click this line and drag a copy of it. And it's kind of doesn't work very well in log scale, right? Log scale does funny things. So I'm just going to have to fix it manually in log scale. So I drew the channel like that. It points here, double touch here, touch, like a quadruple touch, a double touch, a quadruple touch, lots of touches. It broke out of the channel and then has come back into the channel. I drew this channel. Now, you don't necessarily need to maintain the top of the channel. I mean, there are lots of points of contact, but it did break through and come back in. Maybe you want to keep the channel in there just for your own sake. You don't necessarily have to have it. What's more important than the top of the channel is this support line. And one other line that we need to take into account, because we have had this line previously in regular form, but I didn't think to do it in log scale. Watch this. Trend line down from this high like that. Now, I was going to make sure that we're doing good here. So we got like 4 touches here, a couple of touches here, and then you can even set up like a double touch like that. Look at this line. So what are we seeing here? We have all of this support trending up. We have the bear market trending down. We are coming to a critical, beyond critical junction. I've mentioned critical junctions before, but those were looking at Bitcoin on the hour level. We're looking at it on the day level here. Every single one of these candles represents an entire day of trading. And remember, in crypto, that entire day is 24 hours of trading. So we are coming into an extremely critical juncture, which is stretching, according to these trend lines, all the way to the beginning of April. April 1st happens to be at the apex we've drawn. This is April 1st right here. This apex is April 1st. So how is our April Fool's Day going to be? Are we going to trend down and break out of this, which is terrifying? Are we going to bounce off of this support as we have multiple times in the past? Bam, bam, approached it, got over close, bam, bam, and then trend back up and out? This is huge. I don't want to give you guys a false sense of hope, but I also don't want to give you a gloom and doom scenario. I just want to show you the trends. This is not fancy schmancy analytics. This has nothing to do with Elliott Wave or Fibonacci. This is just trend lines. So what I'm telling you guys to do as smart individuals, you're all very intelligent individuals. You're into crypto. That means you're ahead of the curve of the entire population. That means you must have some level of intelligence or common sense or just some form of smartness. Watch Bitcoin. Go to tradingview.com. Link in the description down below. There's no referral link there. That's just a regular boring old link. Free website using this free software, and draw these trend lines. Make sure you switch to log scale, Bitcoin versus the US dollar on the day candles, and switch to log. Draw these trend lines for yourself. Keep an eye on it. Watch and observe and see what Bitcoin does, and then make a move. Don't try and predict. One thing I'm learning about crypto trading, or just trading in general, predicting gets me sewered. Reacting is way, way better. Many of you may be thinking to yourself, but B, I want to get it at the best low. I want to make the most profit. That's just greed talking, guys. Sure. I mean, you could guess. You could just guess right now that at the value, it's at just under $9,000. You could guess that this is the low, and from here it's going to bounce up, break resistance, and run, which means you bought it at $9,000 at a very good low. You could guess that. But if you do that, and it hits this resistance and it bounces down and out, you could lose a lot of money. What if you were shorting? What if you were shorting and you were thinking to yourself, okay, I want to short this thing. It's going to bounce down and out here. So I'll get in right now, or I'll wait till it hits the top, thinking about a bounce, and then short it at the top for it to go down. What if it doesn't go down? What if it breaks up? What I'm encouraging you guys to do, whether you're a bear and you want to short, whether you're a bull and you want to go long, is to wait for a confirmation of a close above or below this trend line. What do I mean by that? I mean, I want to see the entire body of a candle above or below. No bear traps, no bull traps. For example, you saw this wick, this whole wick come down on here. Let's take off auto so I can put this front and center here. You saw this wick and you thought, oh my God, the end is near. We're all going to die. Bitcoin's going to zero, blah, blah, blah. And you sold out of it. How bad do you feel that this wasn't a candle? It was in fact a wick, and we finished the day all the way up here. That's what this candle is telling you. The candle is telling you that the price at one point was as low as $5,900, but closed at $7,700. Don't be fooled by the price for a period of time within a day appearing above or below this trend line. You need to be absolutely certain that the price closes there. and then a new day starts there. So let's do an example. You have a candle, it comes down the bottom, it closes like that, right? I'm gonna color this candle red, just to further emphasize the point. Big old red candle, we're gonna give it a nice non-transparent body. Boom. You see a candle that looks like this, and it's popping out beneath. The next candle forms, right? The next candle is gonna form right here, beside it, at this point. Now here's the question. This happens. The next day occurs. Should you get in now? I'm not sure if I would. I would not make a decision here yet. I would like to personally see what happens with this candle, because this candle can fluctuate up or down throughout the course of a day. If it fluctuates down and closes like that, you have an absolute 100% guaranteed positive confirmation that we're breaking down out of this trend line. But what if it goes like this, right? What if it goes like this and turns into a green candle throughout the day? What if the candle ended up like this? The price dropped all the way down here, but then boom, green candle going right back into the trend lines. So I would wait to be absolutely sure, because you can be fooled. It happens all the time. There are people in this market with a lot more fiat and a lot more crypto than any of us who have the power to trigger. Because that's what happens, guys, right? Smart traders will trigger a stop loss down here. Let's say you bought in here. You bought in right here today, right now, at this level, you buy in. And a smart trader, so they don't lose too much money, will set a stop loss. Now, people with lots of money, knowing these stop losses exist, a smart trader will set his stop loss down here beneath this trend line, thinking, okay, if the price gets beneath the trend line, that means we're going bear, I want to stop out. Smart whales will bury the price as hard as it can to get down here to trigger all those stop losses, creating all that liquidity, only to have the price go right back up again. That happens, guys. That happens more often than you think. Not just in crypto, in stock markets in general. People moving the price with volume to trigger stop losses to add more liquidity into the market. It happens so much. So, what I want you lovely, lovely, lovely viewers to do, if you're interested in Bitcoin, as you should be, considering it is the king of crypto, watch patiently. Exert all the patience you have into confirming what it's going to do. Is it breaking down out of this support, or is it busting up out of this resistance? This next month, where are we at now? Today is the 12th of March until the 1st of April. So a couple weeks. These couple weeks, guys, massive. Massively important, all in here. This is the chart to watch. I will continue to update everybody on this chart as the weeks progress, because this is critical, absolutely critical. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys found some value in this video. I really wanted to bring to your attention those trend lines and how critical the next couple weeks are in the development of Bitcoin's value. If you found this video valuable, share it with a friend so they can enjoy the value as well. And if you are still here, we are closing in on 50,000 subscribers. We are 4.4 thousand subscribers away from 50,000. So join us, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you very much for watching.